There you go.
What do you feel when you see them embracing his memory?
It's a sense of just joy. I absolutely look forward to celebrating him on Veterans Day.
I've never heard of joy associated with Veterans Day, but you make me feel it.
Spinning pain into pride, a Bryant family tradition. Steve Hartman on the road in Arlington, Virginia.
What a beautiful family, and what a wonderful way to remember him. Happy Veterans Day to all of you out there. That's tonight's CBS Evening News. I'm Nora O'Donnell. Good night. Have a good night.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 6. I'm Morgan Hoover.
And I'm Chris Allen. Welcome into a finally Friday evening, Veterans Day weekend, homecoming weekend. It's a big weekend.
Yes, lots of stuff happening and great weather for it.
Yeah, perfect weather for it, really, if you think about it. Fall-like weather, back to normal here and back to the routine. What you're seeing on live radar, just a lot of ground clutter because the skies are mainly clear, just a few high clouds here and there. The trend finally over the next several days is going to be one that is more seasonable for this time of the year. Look at that normal high, 61. We're going to keep it right about there. And really not as high even past the mid-60s as we go through much of next week. Now tonight, if you're out and about, 38 later on, mainly clear and cooler. I'll take a look at your 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes. Morgan?
All right, Chris, well, ahead of tomorrow night's homecoming game, WKU students and staff are gathering tonight for a pep rally after a parade in downtown Bowling Green. That is where we find News 40's reporter Noah Fairber with a live look at the festivities as the marching band just walked through moments ago. Noah, what else is happening out there?
That's right, Morgan. We are down here at Fountain Square Park where you just saw the band walk through. The dance team's out here. The parade just made its way down. But here to talk a little bit more about what we can expect for Big Red's pep rally is Mr. Anthony McAdoo, the president of the WKU Alumni Association. Anthony, what can we expect at tonight's pep rally?
So obviously you can already see the energy going on. So the parade's just now coming through and folks are filling in down here in Fountain Square. And so tonight we'll get to meet the homecoming queen candidates, hear from President Caboni, football coach Tyson Helton, so we'll get everyone excited for the weekend.
Now, you mentioned to me at 5 o'clock the award honorees tomorrow during halftime. Kind of talk about those a little bit.
Certainly. So on Thursday night, we recognize 9 outstanding alumni and benefactors of WKU on our Hilltopper Excellence Awards. And so those individuals were in the parade this evening, and on field we'll recognize them as an additional opportunity for the WKU family to celebrate with them.
And then we have the homecoming queen candidates tomorrow at halftime as well. Kind of talk to me about that a little bit.
Certainly. A record number of queen candidates this year, well over 30. And so at halftime, each one of them will be called out onto the field, and we'll find out who the winner is.
Well, you heard it here first. Make your way down to Fountain Square Park over by the Capitol Theater. For now, in Fountain Square Park, because local matters, this is Noah Fairber with WNKY News 40. Back to you, Morgan.
All right, Noah. Well, earlier today, staying on the Hill, the university's ROTC program hosted its annual Veterans Day wreath-laying ceremony. This year's event is part of the special Big Red, White, and Blue Homecoming Weekend as several local veterans and WKU ROTC alumni return to campus for the homecoming events. Now, local tradition held for nearly 2 decades is back to recognize those who have served in the United States military. Earlier today, South Central Bank held its annual Veterans Celebration Breakfast. More than 300 veterans are served with a free breakfast. The event doesn't only bring the community together to recognize service members regardless of age, it's also a great way to volunteer to give back to our local service members every single year.
Everybody in there volunteers. You know, we don't pay them extra to come in early or anything. They just volunteer to do it. We get the satisfaction of seeing a veteran smile.
I'm excited to get to meet all the veterans. There's over 250,000 veterans in the state of Kentucky, and there are 6.4% of the population of Barron County are veterans. And so it's just an honor to be here with them.
The annual breakfast is a favorite event for so many in the community. Meanwhile, students and faculty at Greenwood High School gathered today to receive a Purple Star Award, recognizing their contribution to helping military veterans and their families. News 40 reporter Tucker Covey brings us more.
Greenwood High School students and faculty received recognition for their support of veterans and their families in the form of a Purple Star Award.
It's a beautiful recognition for us because we do try to work extremely hard for the military families that we have. We have a JROTC program that is a great leadership program designed for some of those kids. And we also have other supports within the schools.
The ceremony featured multiple speakers who served or were in families of veterans who shared their experiences with students and how those experiences impacted their lives.
It's a great program because the students actually get to see individuals that have served and not just read about them in books. And even today, the keynote speaker, Ms. Talbert, actually talked about 2 students that graduated from Greenwood that served.
For veterans in attendance, it means that their own service is recognized, as well as the sacrifices made by their own families during their service.
What that tells me is that this school supports the veterans and the veteran families, those people whose parents maybe are serving in the military, because it's not just the individual that's serving, everybody's serving. Everybody suffers from their absence.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
All right, Tucker. Well, the Glasgow Barron County Boys and Girls Club has found itself in a temporary location while it waits for its new location to be completed. Currently, the group is using the facilities at First United Methodist Church in Glasgow, while the finishing touches are put on their permanent purpose-built location. This was their first week in the church. We caught up with them to see how it's going so far.
We was worried last week because we didn't know if kids was getting fed, getting their homework completed. This week, every kid left here with a full belly of food, and homework got completed, and the kids are back with their friends.
The Boys and Girls Club plans to soon be in their permanent location, though currently the timeline is still unclear. On health news now, the winter season underway, an increase in RSV cases is on the horizon. News 40's Noah Fairber has more on how you can protect yourself and your family.
It's a lung disease that's especially prominent during the winter seasons. RSV is mostly seen in children and older adults.
RSV is very similar to flu or COVID. It can be very confusing, especially this season. And like the same symptoms as of flu. So it starts with fever, cold, chills, myalgia, and breathing problems.
In the state of Kentucky, there's an increase of cases that are affecting these groups.
RSV tends to go up in the winter season because it's spread like most cold and flu viruses. This year and to some extent last year, we saw more of a normal RSV pattern where we see the peak start to go up in the early fall, winter, and kind of extend through early spring.
RSV can not only be transmitted from one person to another.
One thing about RSV which I find fascinating about the virus is it is transmitted from one person to another, and it can live on non-living objects like for 10 days. So like on doorknobs, on table, countertops, and so on. It can be alive for 10 days.
If you happen to catch this virus, Dr. Van Sickles says there's no need to worry.
In general, most people do well with it. It can make you cough for a long time and kind of make you miserable. And just because you're over 60 doesn't mean you're going to have a bad outcome. What we want to do is really protect those who are most vulnerable. If you get it, I would watch for signs that it is getting worse, like I would recommend watching for signs of any infection.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Noah Fairber, WNKY News 40.
And new studies show a lack of social interaction can lead to an earlier death. Researchers say compared with people whose family and friends visited them daily, the risk of premature death for those who lived alone and never had visits increased by 39%. Many previous studies have linked social isolation with a higher risk of premature death and other health issues. The authors of the studies say they examined 2 different types of loneliness and 3 different types of social isolation, found that each were associated with a higher risk of death. More than 3 million veterans experienced a mental illness in 2021, and the data shows nearly half of them didn't seek treatment. Tonight, as we observe Veterans Day, health experts say you can honor those who have served by supporting them. Tonight, ways to help veterans and their mental health. In and out of the uniform, U.S. military servicemen and women can face unique mental health struggles. And many veterans don't get the help they need, says clinical psychologist Craig Bryant with Ohio State's Wexner Medical Center.
They kind of feel, I can do this on my own. I don't want anybody to help me, and I don't want to bother other people.
Having a support system can help, Brian says, to reach out to veterans you know, checking in on a regular basis, invite them to engage in social activities, exercise with them, or do a hobby together.
All of these things increase their sense of connection and has also been shown to elevate positive mood and psychological well-being.
Brian says to also watch out for red flags. There could be a mental health concern if a veteran experiences severe behavior changes, sleep disruption like an inability to fall and stay asleep, or if there are concerning verbalizations like, I can't take this anymore.
We often find that veterans will not necessarily say out loud that they're having thoughts about suicide. They may have these other sort of coded statements that would indicate that things aren't going really well.
Brian says it's also important to let veterans know there is help for them.
Our advances in psychological treatments have been very profound over the past few decades, and that many of those conditions that we were talking about before that often affect veterans, there are actually now really good treatments that are remarkably successful for addressing those issues.
Well, still to come on News 40 at 6, the 66th Grammy Award nominations have been officially released. Find out who is dominating the big categories in just a bit. But first, Weather Chief Chris Allen is back after the break with a full look at our forecast. But right now, you are taking a live look outside in downtown Bowling Green, where the festivities are kicking off ahead of tomorrow's WKU homecoming game. You see that pep rally in full swing right now. Chris will tell us what we can expect to see tonight and into our weekend for tomorrow's game. That's right after this.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
At Abound Credit Union, we're for free checking and early paydays. We're for relaxing weekends and exciting days off, making memories and doing more. Because Abound is for free checking that gets you paid up to 2 days early. That's value for living.
It's the annual enrollment period for Medicare Advantage plans, and you have a choice, which is why Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here to help you get all the benefits you qualify for. Call Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield at 1-800-579-4145 today for a Medicare Advantage plan checkup and make sure you have everything you qualify for in 2024. You can receive more benefits for a $0 monthly premium. Benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money towards over-the-counter health items. Call 1-800-579-4145 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2024. You can receive benefits for a $0 monthly premium, like dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drugs. So call Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield today at 1-800-579-4145 and make sure you're not missing out.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
Summer skies, they warm up everything.
Santa does.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
We're back with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, we just saw some folks downtown for the parade. It looked like a nice night out there, a little on the chilly side.
Yeah, but they're staying warm by moving around.
Right, dancing. Looks like fun.
They got the band out there. Got Big Red out there. It's all good. This is good. This is the way it ought to be.
Yes.
It's Veterans Day weekend. It is homecoming weekend, and the weather's going to be spectacular for all of it. Here's a look at where we started this morning, and the reason why I show you this is because we're not going to be as warm as we were this morning. And some of you, even as you stepped out, I know I did, with my morning cup of coffee, I stepped out to 49, 47, 48, 46, you get the idea. And I thought, it is a little chilly. It was damp, too. We still had some leftover rain pushing through the area. But tomorrow morning, it is going to be about 10 degrees colder than this. So just prepare. You may need an extra cup of coffee as you head out tomorrow morning. 63 was our high for the day, just 2 degrees warmer than the normal of 61. 49 is where we landed at the airport for the official low temperature, 10 degrees warmer than the average. We're going to be back to these numbers over the next few days, and the lack of rainfall is also going to be with us as well. So it's not going to be until maybe Tuesday night into Wednesday before we see the next chance of rain coming back in here. So here we go back into a dry spell once again. 50 is the temperature right now at the airport. No wind, dew point at 40, and the barometer falling. So we've got a mainly clear sky, few high clouds just floating around out there, not a big deal. High pressure's in control, and here's a look at temperatures. This is about where we were this morning. As you saw the map a couple of minutes ago with 40s and 50s, that's where we are right now. So it's going to get colder by this evening, later this evening. 40 is the coldest right now down in Burkesville. The reason why? Here's the center of high pressure over Iowa and northern Missouri. So the flow here is out of the north and west, and then moving more east as we go through parts of southern Kentucky and Tennessee. Tomorrow, that high pressure is going to be right over the southern Great Lakes, about Lake Michigan. The winds around high pressures, you see those arrows there going clockwise. So the winds are going to come more north and northeasterly. We're going to see a nice day tomorrow for the Veterans Day downtown tomorrow morning, Bowling Green, and then homecoming on the hill tomorrow afternoon should be beautiful. It's going to be a little on the cool side. The winds are not going to be that bad. And then as we get into Sunday, things look good there too, with high pressure moving a little bit further east. Tonight, though, it is going to be chilly, 38, mainly clear with a calm wind. And then tomorrow, we get the sunshine, we get a high right around 60, Western's homecoming, Veterans Day, all of that good. And then Sunday 61, 63 Monday, mid-60s from Tuesday onward, and that's when the better chance of rain starts to push back into the area. And here's what's coming up tonight on CBS 40.
Breast cancer is a leading cause of cancer death among women in the United States. In Kentucky, over 30,000 people will be diagnosed this year. Early detection reduces your risk and increases treatment options. MedCenter Health Diagnostic Imaging offers digital and 3D mammography, ultrasound, and MRI options for early detection. Our 6 locations across South Central Kentucky make it easy for you to schedule your mammogram close to home. Our team cares for people
Together. Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
As an employer trying to search for qualified candidates on a near constant basis, Bowling Green Works has been a wonderful resource for us.
You know, it's free. It doesn't cost anything for me to have an ad on the Bowling Green Works page.
Everybody that is coming to Bowling Green Works and submitting forms for employment are local or going to be local very soon.
If you haven't discovered Bowling Green Works in an environment where you have
2 open jobs for every individual. It's a place you definitely need to go.
Are your basement walls bowing or cracked? USS is here to help. Cracks along your basement wall are telltale signs moisture is collecting in the soil against your foundation, causing the weakest point of your wall to bow. USS has the support you need with our innovative Invisibeam. It's the strongest carbon fiber strap on the market and the only one ICC certified with a lifetime warranty. Visit USS-KY.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
Just rockin' and rollin', baby.
Cut back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, ma'am. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
It's time for Nat's annual Christmas Bikes for Kids.
And you can help by donating a new or gently used bike.
At Nat's Outdoor Sports. The bike shop at Nat's Outdoor Sports will make any needed repairs.
And the Bowling Green JCs will distribute bikes to underprivileged children throughout our community.
Nat's will be accepting new and used bikes until December 5th. Nat's Bikes for Kids, sponsored by WNKY News 40.
I'll hit Woohoo 107.
And these great sponsors.
The nominations are out for the 66th Grammy Awards, and women are dominating all the big categories. Danya Backus has more.
SZA leads the pack with 9 nominations, including Record Song and Album of the Year. Her blockbuster compilation, SOS, only her second album, is also up for Best Progressive R&B Album.
Her SOS album has been this sort of genre and culture crossing album. It's a rare creative and commercial triumph.
Victoria Monet and Phoebe Bridgers came in second with 7 nominations. 6 of Bridgers' nods are for her supergroup Boy Genius.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me.
Taylor Swift, with 6 nominations, is poised to make history at the Grammys if her Midnight's album wins Album of the Year.
If she wins, she'll become the first artist ever to win in this category 4 times.
Wow.
She didn't release her most lively album this past year, but the tour and Taylor Mania and everything else has really given it a lot of wind.
She's tied now with Barbra Streisand for the most Grammy nominations by a woman in that category. Olivia Rodrigo, Miley Cyrus, Billie Eilish, Brandy Clark, producer Jack Antonoff, and Jon Batiste also nabbed 6 nods. And Batiste is the only male artist in the Record and Album of the Year categories. Gracie Abrams, Fred Again, Ice Spice, Jelly Roll, Coco Jones, Noah Kahan, Victoria Monet, and The War and Treaty are all up for Best New Artist. The 66th Grammy Awards show airs live on CBS and streams on Paramount Plus Sunday, February 4th from the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
When it comes to truck crashes, any lawyer can stand on top of an 18-wheeler. But at Hughes & Coleman, we know the real work happens down here, where we use our extensive knowledge about truck laws and regulations to investigate what really happened. And here, where the real impact and pain of a truck crash is felt. And if need be, here, where we present the evidence and go to battle on your behalf. So call Hughes & Coleman. You're on the scene big truck team. The minute you need our help, you can find us right here.
Bowling Green Fireplace and Grill. At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com.
Dog Stay Out is South Central Kentucky's 5-paw rated dog resort. Whether for the day or a whole vacation, Dog Stay Out will keep your pets safe and loved. Dog Stay Out offers boarding, daycare, agility courses, positive reinforcement training, grooming, and more. With multiple packages to choose from, pamper your pup any way you see fit. Find out more at dgoky.com. Your dog's home away from home. Dogs stay out.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
No one wins alone.
NASCAR is really a team sport.
You need your mechanics, your pit crew to make everything come together.
No different at Morgan & Morgan. That attorney has a great team behind him that makes them the winning team.
To raid the cage, here's how it works. Are you ready? Ex-NFL star Ephraim Salaam has 50 seconds to go into the cage and grab as many big prizes as he can. But if he doesn't get out before the doors close, he loses it all. Will he make it? You just gotta watch. Unnecessary roughness. With host Damon Wayans Jr. and co-host Jeannie Mai. A new Raid the Cage tonight at 9, 8 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
You're watching WNKY CBS 40, home of Super Bowl 58.
Person, place, or thing.
The only big cat native to the Americas.
Cougar.
How dare you? I am not a cougar. And if you heard anyone say that I was, they're wrong.
Play along from home.
Shot in the dark, Meryl Streep. What? Yes. I need to ask you some stock tips because you are on fire.
With a chance to win.
It's not Las Vegas, Atlantic City. Yes.
5 times a week.
On WNKY NBC 40.
Well, welcome to sports. Tonight is round 2 of the high school football playoffs, and our football frenzy game of the week is out at Hart County High School as they take on Glasgow. The Scotties took down McLean County in their first round matchup and are ready for round 2 with the Raiders. After losing to them in week 8 on a last-second score ahead of the playoff game, Glasgow head coach Jeff Garman spoke on the matchup.
I expect it to be a good football game. 2 good football teams, and I think we're really evenly kind of matched. I think our district has been a really good district all year long, and I think it's showing in the first round of the playoffs.
And Hart County took care of business in their first playoff game, defeating Webster County 43-8. The Raiders have yet to lose a game this season, and they do have home field advantage in round 2 game against the Scotties tonight. Hart County head coach Chad Griffin spoke on how special this season has been, but acknowledges the job's not finished.
Undefeated is great, and I just told our kids that, man. Everything you've done is great. I don't want to minimize that, especially in a school like this where you just don't get to do these things very often. But winning a district champion is nice. But you to win a region, you're gonna have to beat probably your district twice again. Yeah, 11-0 is great right now, but 12-0 is better.
Well, the WKU volleyball team was in action this afternoon for their final regular season match of the year. The Tops secured the series sweep over MTSU with a 3-1 win today in Murfreesboro. WKU is officially the #1 seed in the Conference USA tournament, which is set to kick off next week. Well, back on campus, Western Kentucky hosted the official groundbreaking ceremony for the new field house this morning. President Tim Caboni, Athletic Director Todd Stewart, and others spoke on how important this project is to not only the university, but to the city of Bowling Green. The field house will be home to WKU football and baseball, the Big Red Marching Band, WKU Forensic, and WKU Esports. Here's what head coach Tyson Helton and Mark Reardon had to say about today.
Huge investment in WK athletics, huge investment I feel into baseball, and it's why I'm here, and I'm glad I'm here.
Being in football, I've been a part of, indoor facilities, and I know the access that it gives the university, what it gives the community, and it's just going to be a great facility for everybody to use.
And last night, the Louisville Cardinals were in action hosting the Virginia Cavaliers. The Cards pulled away with a 17-point fourth-quarter performance, topping the Cavs 31-24. Louisville now moves to 9-1 in Jeff Brom's first season. Here's what Brom had to say about coming out last night with the victory.
Proud of our guys to hang in there when things were not going our way and play to the end and find a way to make enough big plays to win the game and get some stops at the end. That's really how football works. You go back and you try to learn from it, but, when you play good teams, you got to just find a way to make one more play than they do and score one more point than they do.
And finally, the Tennessee Titans are back in action Sunday afternoon, visiting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Titans are coming off a loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers last week. Since then, Mike Vrabel has officially named Will Levis the starting quarterback. Be sure to tune in to all the action on CBS 40 this Sunday. A good chance for a bounce-back win for the Titans, and excited to see Will Levis in action as the true starter.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Exciting stuff. And I know you're excited for homecoming this weekend. Oh, how did I know?
Nice.
Go Tops, baby.
Yes.
Go Tops.
Nicely done.
Need the win.
Oh, keep doing that because that felt good since there's still no air conditioning.
I got you.
Yeah, okay. Just keep doing that while I do the weather.
That's all I'm here for.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
60 tomorrow for homecoming on the Hill and for Veterans Day. It's going to be a great day in the morning for the parade downtown and then Western's homecoming on the Hill. And really a great weekend and beginning of next week. Highs in the 60s.
Absolutely. Very nice. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you back here tonight at 10 for Football Frenzy. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, I do. Well, welcome to Family Feud, everybody. I'm your man, Steve Harvey. Boy, we got a good one for you today. Returning for their fourth day with a total of $21,680 from Tucker, Georgia. It's the champs. It's the Woodson family. From Methuen, Massachusetts, it's the Shire family. Everybody's here trying to win themselves some cash, and somebody might have a shot.